So guys, we have an unspoken bond, right? Me and you, YouTuber, viewer, subscriber, unspoken bond between us, right?
Is that what they call it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. I won't speak on it then.
Hey guys, and welcome to my world. So look who we have here. It is the rocket to my Groot, the Groot to my rocket.
I got Rocket to the group.
There you go, you can be Rocket, I'll be Groot. You know, I'm the little cute one, the adorable one. You're just the asshole.
Sorry for my life.
Hazzahmatron is here. We have seen Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2. Let's talk about it, man.
Okay, lead the way.
So, I think we should tell them the story first.
Story?
Yeah, we was going to see it Thursday night, weren't we? Because that's what I told them in previous videos.
Well, that would be a lie because it never happened.
So we booked in to see this at 9:15 on Thursday night, okay? And then, what, 2 days before, 3 days before?
I think it was on the Tuesday before.
Yeah, so a couple of days before, we get an email saying, oh, yeah, there's been a complication. That's actually meant to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. And we're like, what? So I've rushed home from work to book in for the Friday before work. So that night, we was actually... we could have gone and seen it for free, because we got refunded for the ticket.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah, eventually, after some dodgy calls and stuff.
Not for me.
For me. Man, it was a bad time.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. So we booked in to see it Friday before I had work. So we saw like an early showing. Oh, God, it was so good.
Fun.
It was so entertaining, man.
And emotional.
And emotional, man. It hits all the right spots. Like, they have got this B team.
And it's better than the A team.
And they're on their A game.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. They are on their A game with this B team. James Gunn knows what he's doing with the cosmic universe. With this band of misfits. You've got Star-Lord back. You've got Drax back. You've got Gamora back. You've got Rocket back. You've got Groot back. He's not the same Groot. He is a baby Groot. He's a little adorable... He's just...
Baby Groot.
Yeah, he just gets in the way, doesn't he?
He's a hindrance.
He is, he's a hindrance. That's the word I was looking for. And then you've got new characters like Mantis. You've got recurring characters like Nebula and Yondu back. And then you've obviously got Kurt Russell's character, Ego. Let's talk about these characters, right? Okay, so one of the biggest positives for me was the development some of these characters got.
And they got a lot.
They did, because I absolutely loved the first Guardians. It was such a surprise. It felt like everything I remember Star Wars being as a kid, like just looking at it on the big screen. It was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I loved it. It was hugely funny. Now this one is a lot more funnier, but the characters in this get so much development. Specifically for me was Drax and Yondu. They were developed by far a lot in this movie. Like Drax has come a long way. The amount of jokes he is cracking is unreal.
And he doesn't even know he's doing it.
No, I know. It is really, really funny. And props to Batista for actually keeping like a straight face and stuff on some of them. But you do get an emotional bit near the end with him, which is still a bit funny.
just a bit.
Just a bit. And then Yondu. Yondu has a big part in this. He's developed a lot more. I love this. I really did. Like, who's your favourite character?
In the first one, my two favourites would have been Rocket and Yondu.
Yeah.
And they both continue to be in this, and they both share a lot of scenes together.
Yeah.
And they were some of my favourite
They
parts.
both get quite a lot of depth given to them in one specific scene. It was really good just to see this. Obviously, you get new relationships forming. You get to see more interrelationships. You've got Star-Lord and Gamora. You've got Gamora and Nebula. All these relationships. You've got Yondu and Rocket. You're seeing it all. It's just the amount of depth these characters are getting right now in their second film, it was so good.
It's all about family.
It was all about family. It was like Guardians meets Fast and the Furious.
Well, I was going to say, what is it with Vin Diesel and family?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's bringing it over. Any other positives, man? What are some of the positives you took away from the film?
It's got a nice balance of comedy and emotion.
It really does.
Although they managed it to a point where it's not overbearing in one way or the other. It's not like, oh, it was too funny or oh, it was too sad.
Yeah.
There's a nice balance of both. And I thought the CG as well.
It was really good to look at.
Amazing throughout.
Talking of CG though, there was a few moments that, and this brings me on to my negatives.
Ooh.
I have a few. Now, they're not bad. They're just, there's 3 moments in this film where I was took out of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
What 3 are they?
I don't want to spoil anything, but they felt very, you probably know what I'm talking about, but they felt very cartoony.
Yeah.
They felt very cartoony, and I was just like, oh my god, am I watching Looney Tunes right now? That's what I felt like. But other than that, I don't really have any other negatives, really. Like, I've heard people complain that, like, Drax is called Drax the Destroyer, he doesn't have, like, a lot of action in it. Where's the space battles at and stuff like that. But do you know what I say to that? I heard people complain about, oh, where's all the space battles at, yeah? Okay, because it's set in the cosmic universe. You don't hear people complaining about that in Star Wars. And it's called Star Wars. Come off it, guys! Come off it! Come on! Let's get real.
On the subject of the Drax thing, though, I agree to an extent. He doesn't have a whole lot to do outside of the comedy and the like.
I get that, but then there wasn't really anyone to go up against, really. Villains in this, like, we went in thinking... Go ahead.
Getting the clap.
Oh, whoa!
We went in there getting the clap.
We went in... We'll fade back in. So yeah, talking of villains, we went in thinking Taserface was going to be the villain. Now, that's not a spoiler if you've seen, like, the collection of pops and stuff. So we went in thinking he's the villain. He's not in it that much compared to what I thought. Obviously, you've got the Sovereign Fleet in this, and yeah, there's a lot of people in this film, but the villains in it, there wasn't much to do regarding that. It was just a lot of conflict. It's
like going back to the early thing. It's a film about family.
Yeah, that's
their relationships with each other.
Yeah, it was all about relationships. So,
it's like having development in the place of an overall story, which can be both beneficial and take away. But
yeah, so again, it probably would have felt odd seeing all this action like people wanted with Drax, but then you got Drax have action scenes in Guardians 1, no matter how shit he was. I mean, he got his ass handed to him. He really did.
He still tried.
He tried. He went
the story.
Yeah. Family. Family. I'm Groot.
We are Groot.
We are Groot. So another negative I have, and again it's not a bad one, is Baby Groot wasn't in this as much as I thought he'd be.
Is that a negative though?
It is for me, because the amount of marketing you got with him, I really wanted to see a lot of Baby Groot. Now, I love Groot as a character. I love Baby Groot. I think he's so cute, adorable to look at. So I was hoping for some good scenes with him. You get some good scenes with him, but he's just not in it as much as I thought he'd be. It's not a negative. I can see why they've done that. It's marketing for toys, stuff like that.
Always the toys.
Yeah, that's where all the money's at. So, but I would have hoped for more. Yeah. But the scenes you do get of Baby Groot, like this film opens up, and the opening sequence is hilarious. It really is.
Well, that's actually a good transition, because it involves a bit of music.
It does. It does.
Part of the Awesome Mix Volume 2.
Awesome Mix Volume 2. I've been listening to it on repeat.
Same.
I have. My favourite ones on there, you've got Mr. Blue Sky, Fox on the Run, and then Father and Son. They're my 3 favourites.
Unlock the Chain, huh?
That's up there. That's up there. But those are my 3 favourites right now. So I've been listening to them non-stop. What are your favourites, man?
All the same.
Yeah.
But then add on the Chain.
The Chain, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it's a good song. It is a good song. So yeah, you've got the Awesome Mix Volume 2. The music in this, it's utilised really well as well.
It is.
Like, with the Father and Son song, that hit.
It did, and not going into...
Yeah, we don't want to
We don't
spoil
want to go into
anything.
spoilers, but it played in a different part than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it came in... they used
almost
it really
perfect,
well. It
yeah.
was. And I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Misty-eyed and whatnot.
I shed a tear. I really did. I was about to cry. Like, even Harry looked like... the little man looked over at me. And he was like, "You're going to cry." I was like, "Try not to." It hit me, man. It gave me all the feels.
They have you laughing until you hurt, and then crying until you hurt even more.
Oh, man, I got some issues. Issues. That's the thing to take away from this film.
At least you didn't leave the cinema triggered, it's fine.
Oh, it was so good. It really was.
Would you see it again?
I really want to see it again. Like, I've got my Limitless card, so I can go see it as much as I want. Do you want to come see it with me?
Well, it's in my Amazon wish list.
So,
hey,
I'm game to see it.
say?
I am game to see it again. I love this film. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first one.
Oh yeah.
The first one is so good because it was such a surprise. It came out of nowhere.
I didn't even like the trailers for the first one. I remember saying like, oh, I'm not sure, but because I've watched all the other Marvel films, I'll go into it, and now it's like in my top 5 at
Guardians is one of my favourite Marvel films, if not my favourite, most entertaining Marvel film. So for this, the story isn't as good as the first one. The first one was such a surprise as well. The second one's definitely a good film. It's great.
But it's more about the development of
It's more of an entertaining film. This one, the first one, you've got this great story, great shot film. The second one's just more entertaining. I felt like this one I probably got more laughs out of. It felt much more, compared to the first one, much more of a popcorn film than the first one is.
Which isn't a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. They're both great films. But this one, I believe, is just more entertaining. Like, is it back?
It's up there. There it
My
goes.
God.
It's ruined. It wants its 5 minutes of fame. What can I say?
5 minutes of fame. But this one's very hard on the jokes compared to the first one.
Yeah, because when it first started, I was a bit like, oh, is it going to be like this the entire time? It's not.
There's a lot of jokes. The majority of them hit. There's a few where you're like,
could have been better, could have left that out.
Yeah, but you chuckle at a lot of them. Like 99%, you're chuckling or laughing your ass off. For me, anyway.
Oh yeah.
But there's a few jokes in there where you're just like, yeah, alright.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't got anything bad to say about it. I really don't. So, there's some cool cameos in there. What else? We've got end credit scenes as well now.
Stay until the very end.
The very end. There is five end credit scenes. They were good. They were funny.
Great,
Is it a spoiler to tell them they don't show any upcoming movies?
I wouldn't say it's not a spoiler, really.
Yeah, so they don't. That probably disappointed me a bit.
Yeah, because we were expecting. Yeah, one of them
I wanted to see something to do with Thor Ragnarok or something like that, or an upcoming movie, like they do usually. But this one you don't get that. You just get 5 end credit sequences, and they are they're funny.
They may not be showing what we think like. About future films. They're teasing what could happen.
They are, and then you've got some funny ones as well, like with Sean Gunn.
I was gonna say Sean Gunn, underrated.
He is. Like, I've heard complaints about him as well, and everything.
So
it's like some of these stuff is so good. We can't say anything without spoiling it. But it really was.
Everyone came to play in this film.
They did, and all the characters were developed, gave more depth. Nebula got some depth to her when she was talking about Thanos and everything. I was just like, man, Thanos is a dick. I knew he was a dick already, but come on.
You mean Cable?
Oh yeah, Cable. What have I done? Oh, I'm not the Joker ever.
No.
Oh well, we're talking about Marvel.
No. The real question now is, who was the real MVP for you?
My favourite character? Ooh. Yondu or Drax? They were the standout ones for me. Yondu and Drax.
Yondu and Rocket. So, Yondu's going to be
Yondu was just the man. So yeah, guys, overall, this film was hilarious. It was entertaining. The visuals were great. Everything was well utilised. The characters, the depth they were given. The new characters we've been introduced to, they were all great. Mantis was alright as well, to
Mantis
be fair.
was all right.
She was cool. I didn't know much about her. I didn't know about her.
Yeah.
So it was cool to get that and see this new character. It was really cool.
And Kurt Russell came to play.
He did come to play. He really did. But yeah, no, overall, this is a great, entertaining movie. It's definitely up there with the entertaining fun side of the MCU.
It's probably their best sequel other than the 2 Captain America ones as well.
Yeah.
It's better than Age of Ultron. It's better than both Iron Man sequels. It's better than Thor the Dark World.
Yeah, it is. It is the best sequel other than like Civil War and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But they're totally different films.
And
Come on.
They are the pinnacle.
They are, but this is definitely up there. I will be seeing it again. I cannot wait to see it again. And the Guardians are returning in Guardians 3.
Yeah.
James Gunn has confirmed that, right? That he's coming back.
Writing and directing, I think.
That's great. I cannot wait. That's going to be his baby. I cannot wait for that. And then you've got them returning in Infinity War as well with the Avengers. Now, I cannot wait to see how they play off each other.
So you're excited then?
I'm hyped. I am hyped. But what else have we got this year? We've got Spider-Man in June? July.
And then Thor, I think we get it at the end of October.
Yeah, we get it a bit early. Oh, I love being in the UK right now.
That's the one main thing.
Yeah, so we've got Spider-Man on the 7th and then
Thor on the
Thor.
27th.
So 2 more Marvel movies to go this year.
Hopefully it stays at least as good, if not better, than what we've seen.
Are you
so
hyped?
far. My nipples are hard.
My nipples!
Spoilers!
Guys, if you want to know about the nipples, go see the film. That is a true thing when you're working out, though. Your nipples can get sore.
Mine are just like that anyway.
Bing, bing.
Oh, I could cut glass. And with that said,
guys, we loved Guardians. Have you seen it? Let us know what you think about it down in the comment section below. Are you hyped for Spider-Man Homecoming? Are you hyped for Thor Ragnarok? I think I'm looking more forward to Thor Ragnarok than Spider-Man. I think that's because, as much as I'm looking forward to Spider-Man and him being back in the MCU, we have seen Spider-Man films before. Thor Ragnarok, going up against Hulk, man.
And Thor needs this, because Thor's down here somewhere.
Thor's definitely, like, the first one was, it was an alright movie, it was just boring.
Boring as hell.
The second one was better, because it was more entertaining, but they're definitely the lower tier of Marvel movies or the MCU movies. So I am so hyped for that one. Which one are you hyped for? Yeah, we'll be seeing them. So you want to see those movie reviews, hit subscribe, stay tuned for those.
And remember, we are Groot.
We are Groot. We are Groot, guys. Come on. We are Groot.
We are Groot.
Guys, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See you later! Yeah, buddy.
So guys, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you want to stay up to date with content from me, then click subscribe here. I've linked a few other videos here for your entertainment. If you want to check those out, just click on the image shown. If not, look over my channel. I'm sure there's some other content you will enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, take care.